Okay, gang, we are back. There was a little bit of an ordeal right there. I did have to do a little bit of juggling with Prism, but it does appear that we're back. I dropped things down to 480p for the resolution, so hopefully that should de-chopify some things. And we got Roundabout playing right now, so this is good stuff. Robert E.O. Speedwagon right here. And also, things are flipped. So we actually have the proper words on screen now. So, hopefully this is, going out to all of you guys here. Hey, man, what's going on, Diego? We are back in Wallace. Welcome. All right. So, yeah, we're back on. Thankfully, everything is good. Hopefully, things are coming through a little bit smoother. Man, I don't know. Like, I stopped the live multi-feed thing, so I'm pretty sure I'm just streaming to YouTube right now, which is fine, because that's, where my main audience is. I was trying out the multi-stream, and that seemed to have some adverse effects to syncing up to YouTube. So, I don't know. But yeah, we're here, and we're rocking and rolling, which is good. So, and I did that actually was a thing that was my bad. There's actually like an option like way down at the bottom of Prism where you can pop the comments on the screen. So I had forgotten to do that. I had forgotten to flip the camera around. So we're back. Restarting, hitting the reset button, appropriate for a gaming live stream, on the whatchamajig on the YouTube channel. So we hit the reset button. Much better now. That's good. Words on the screen. Everything's good. Thank you, Rogue Drums. You are the best. Yes, he really is, isn't he? So okay, cool. All right. So we're gonna start off playing a very violent, edgy video game. Okay. This is, not appropriate for all audiences. So, if, you're a younger viewer, you might want to tune out of Biomiracle Baby Oopa right here. This is a very, very violent game here with some, cutting-edge graphics here. So, good stuff. So this game is really very good. Okay, so this again is the cartridge version of Biomiracle Baby Oopa, and it's actually translated into English for our convenience here. So the cool thing about the cartridge version, as stated before, is that the cartridge version actually boasts an easy mode and I am actually going to send out the Famicom disk system tomorrow to get repaired. So that'll be nice. We'll be able to get that fixed up. I'm going to be sending it off to Canada. I found a cool dude on Etsy who fixes Famicom disk systems. So wondering why there was a stream that wasn't even an hour long. Yes. So Arrow. So here's the deal, man. I got Prism working. First of all, welcome, Arrow. We got Prism working, which is nice. I tried to do a multi-stream to Facebook and Twitch and YouTube, but there were some issues with it. We decided we might revisit that option at some point, but I had to kind of tinker around with some things. Prism is very finicky. It looks like what needs to be done is a lot of the time you have to get off of, you have to kind of disconnect YouTube, reconnect YouTube, and I don't know, just make sure certain settings are a certain way, because sometimes it just won't recognize YouTube. But yeah, so it's good. We've got, I think, a nice resolution for the phone that it will make things flow smoothly. And now we've got comments back on the screen. Everything's nice. We had a lot of fun last night, but again, I rewatched it and I saw that some of the stuff got kind of choppy. So this is all, I think, going the way it should be going, which is nice. So now back to this edgy, violent video game here. We're going to actually try this on the easy mode here. And we'll see how this goes here. I've never actually played this on the easy mode here. So, you know, before Konami was the king of pachinko machines in Japan, they made some really, really good 80s Famicom games. One of which was Bio Miracle Baby Oopa, or Bio Miracle Bukute Oopa. And really, really good platformer where you're just a baby running around in Babyland here. I had heard that at some point they were trying to localize this as like Baby Mario, because it really is good. Like, this is easily one of the best platformers on the Famicom. If I'm being entirely honest, Prism is a far better method. Yeah, no question about it, man. Well, I really like it. That's why I was like really bummed that, you know, it wasn't working, because it, you know, works so well for us. I mean, yeah, we were just trying to do whatever we could to, you know, get our live stream fix here. Okay, so I gotta hit these things and ricochet them into this evil pig here. Again, this is really Famicom at its best right here. Nice big vibrant sprites that are expressive but not too detailed. What topic do we have tonight for the stream? I didn't have a specific topic here. I was thinking we were gonna basically do some Famicom game. Where I guess we'll do a continuation of the Christmas presents. You know, so for our 64th one, we played the N64. So now we're gonna keep on playing the Christmas games here. And Oopa is a game that I did. It was kind of a Christmas present to myself here. I had ordered this a while back, and it came basically yesterday in the mail, because I really like this game on the Famicom Disk System, but due to the disk system not working, I haven't been able to play it. And so I figured a nice thing to get would be the cartridge version. Now, the cartridge version of this game is actually very, very expensive for an official copy. And I know a guy who does really, really good repros. The only thing I can even mildly critically say against his repros is maybe once in a while the glue on the labels it's still sticky, but I guess it could be stickier. But the cartridges are always player. Very, very good build, very good quality, very just excellent gameplay, beautiful color cartridges, and the labels are nice too. So I love his work, and it's it's pretty reasonably priced. I mean, you get what you pay for. And it's definitely more affordable than, getting a cart version of this game. And I already have the disk system version of the game. The video was from a few years... Well, okay, hang on a second. Nintendo 65 was... Nintendo was made in 1965. Wait, the Nintendo... Oh, the Nintendo 65. We could do that. This is really random, but have any of you guys seen Mark McGrath have a complete meltdown because a kid called him Sugar Gang? That's phenomenal. I haven't, but I need to now. Sugar Ray was okay. I mean, they weren't like the best, but I don't know. They were like, I don't know, man. Like, and the one thing where dude Diego was asking me, like, what do you like better, the 80s or the 90s? I think in the 90s, bands took themselves too seriously, Mark McGrath having a meltdown. The video is from a few years back. All right, well, I know what I'm doing after the live stream. I know this is completely random, but have any of you seen this hilarious video? That wasn't good. These popsicles are, like, hard to jump onto. I mean, they're not, but, like, they slow you down. So it's like, they're easy to jump on, hard to jump off. That's an easier way to put it. Whee! Oh, you know what? I think in easy mode, those are just easy. And the normal mode, those are hard to jump off of. Forgot I'm playing this in easy mode. Oh, man. Celebrity meltdowns are just, in general, fun to watch. Because, like, these people have, like, completely lost touch with reality. So, I mean, their meltdowns are, you know, appropriately, completely inappropriate. I know Tom Cruise just had a meltdown. One of several. Gotta try to ricochet these things just so. There we go. Ah, man. Couldn't get that bottle in time. So, like, Olivia, have you just been watching that McGrath video? Is that why you brought that up? This is what you've been doing today? Just watching that video and thinking how hilarious it is? Because I'm not opposed to that kind of thing. I'm all for random things that are on your mind. I'm gonna hit this one here. The commercial for Oopa is really cute. I've been thinking about it all day. That's phenomenal. That's like no joke, exactly like something I would do. This is completely random, but have you guys seen this thing that I've been thinking about all day? And with this crowd, the answer is probably yes. Oh, man. Yeah, so, I mean, I like, it's weird, because, again, you know, I started off, and then I was able to live stream things okay, with the multi-stream, but, you know, the video settings were all not great. Then I tried to, you know, readjust things with the video settings the right way, and, whoa, ah, crap. I have more honey wheat sticks. Alright, good deal. All is right with the world. I made spaghetti tonight. I know, like, you guys asked me, like, if I cook, and I told you, like, I only know how to make two things, spaghetti and pizza, and I make pizza on Tuesday nights, but my wife got the wrong kind of dough, so I ended up making spaghetti tonight, and it was really good. Not, you know what was not really good was that jump. There's some nonsense right there. So, I mean, like, how bad have the streams been without Prism. I mean, I know, like, I mean, have they been, like, unpleasant to watch? You know, like, I mean, I care about quality, you know? Like, I'm glad Prism's back working. I mean, we're just, like, we're just trying, like, I was trying to do anything I could do to try to find, like, a solution. And it's crazy, too, because, like, when you search up different, like, streaming options for mobile streaming, you know, there's stuff, but it really doesn't work. Like, Streamlabs does not notify people. Their mobile app. They've been good, just not, like, this good. Well, that's good. So with this on easy mode, what normally would happen in, like, the normal mode of this game here is those, like, little apple things would drop the second you jump on them. So you have to, like, time your jumps just so. But then the tricky thing is this one here disappears. So I'm going to try to... There we go. Okay, what am I supposed to do here? That's what I figured. This, like, reminds me a lot of Mario USA with... Darn it, man. These things are harder to make ricochet now. The Famicom Disk System commercial for Baby Oopa is really cute. Plus, it's got that great Konami jingle at the end of it. Come here, come here. Darn it, you freaking... I'm still laughing at Mark McGrath having a meltdown. Okay. Ideally, it'd be nice if you could use OBS plus a webcam, but I know that it isn't nearly as mobile of a setup. What is OBS? Like, OBS? Can I get a webcam that can stick to my phone? Is that, like, a thing we could do? I mean, you guys are the audience, so, I mean, like, you tell me, what you enjoy, like, you know, what you would like, you know, for different live streamy things we can try to do. I mean, if you really, like, are jonesing for a capture card, I mean, I do now have a SCART to HDMI thing set up, so I could probably just convert the SCART to HDMI and connect it to a capture card. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, it's a thing we'd have to try to think about. I mean, I know we have a lot of fun going around the, you know, the rooms and that kind of thing. I mean, there is an analog charm to this, but at the same time, you know, we all want it to look as nice as possible. You just using OBS to stream with the webcam aimed directly at your screen. No, you don't need a capture card for this. Use it on your computer. You'd have to use a PC for this. Dude, I don't have a PC. That's the problem. A screen recording thing. Oh, gotcha. Okay. So you're saying, like, try to get us, you know, try to play something on a computer and then record the screen. Dude, come on. Oh, this isn't good. Gotta try to angle this just right here. Alright, we got him. Like, with no life left, too. Okay, you just use OBS to stream with your webcam. Alright, hang on, I'm gonna pause this here. You use OBS to... with your webcam aimed directly at your screen. Like the way you do these, it feels like I'm watching a local television channel. Good! Because that's exactly what I want. There is a feeling of interesting novelty that comes with the way of doing things. Otherwise, it'd just be like every other one of those. No, I know, exactly. You know, and I was actually watching Vink from Famicom Dojo's streams, and the people there were saying the same thing, you know, like, because he was saying, like, he had got a capture card, and, like, he doesn't have CRT monitors. He's just got, like, a kind of a generic LCD screen. And that's not me throwing shade at him. I'm just saying, like, he's in Japan. He's got less space. He's got a beautiful game collection and a great live stream. I'm just saying, like, I'm kind of a monitor... I've got kind of, like, a monitor fetish, you know? Like, I mean, I see people, like, posting monitors on Atari Age, and I'm like, oh, yeah. That's the stuff. I mean, not like sexual, but still, like, it's. I really, really like, you know, 80s computer monitors and professional video monitors. So, you know, I'm definitely I like that. So, so I mean, that's why I bring that up, because I like having these and I like streaming from them, you know. And you know, my dream has always been to have a cable access TV show. Like, I mean, I'm serious. Like, I'm not, I don't have any, like, you know, like, for me, being a cable access personality is better than being a movie star. Because, like, all this talk about, like, oh, reality TV and authenticity. It's like, you want that? Just, like, straight up, go watch cable access television. Because those people do not give a crap. They're just them. There's no pretension. And it's just them talking about what they like for the sake of talking about what they like, you know? And that's what I like about cable access television. Alright, we made it. Okay, Me personally, I really like the way we were doing things. It has more personal feeling to it. I get back from making myself a sandwich and I hear monitor fetish. Yeah, well, you had to learn about it sometime. You guys ever see the video about Tom Cruise having a total meltdown over monitor fetishes? I've been thinking about it all day. It's pretty interesting. He started choking Oprah. Ah, crap. There's a feeling of charm that comes out of stuff that isn't necessarily increasingly in high production value, like a Mystery Science Theater 3000. Yeah, dude, yeah, for sure. I like Mystery Science Theater 3000. I like on Pluto TV, they have, like, what is her name? Like, Metal Cynthia or something like that. She's like, this is Metal Cynthia with not an all brainwashing message. Oh, come on, man. You know, like, you know the thing about me, it's like I like stuff that people like ironically, unironically. Like, I'm a big fan of the genre of vaporwave, and like and I like cyberpunk too. Like the genre, but like people view that as like some other people like interpret that as like really pessimistic and dark, and it's like for me it's like no, I just like legitimately like it. I mean, it's like, you know, it talks about critical things, but I don't view it as particularly negative. Damn it. Good thing this continues on this here. Like, Blade Runner is one of my favorite movies. And it's like, I was like, first of all, there's this, like, magazine called The Jacobin, which is, like, really, really terribly named. I mean, it would be like if a right-wing magazine named itself The Klansman. I'm not joking. Like, the Jacobins were horrible, violent terrorists that are really responsible for the definition of what we understand as terrorism, the use of mass murder to get political results. And they've got this magazine named The Jacobin, and so there's like people on the left that like don't mind that, but it's like, so first of all, your magazine's got a terrible name, and like they like had this article that was like, cyberpunk needs a reboot because it's being co-opted by capitalism for nostalgia purposes. It's like, dude, first of all, if you're like, I don't even really believe in counterculture. I think counterculture is a myth. I think counterculture is really more of like an inoculation for the establishment. Like, it's like, oh, look at all the subversive stuff we allow, you know, like that's like the whole point of it. It's not like you're actually making a difference with anything. And if you were trying to make a difference, like, what is your goal? Like, one thing I've really appreciated as I've gotten older is, like, you know, like, if you're like against the system, you better have something to like replace that with. And not just be like some idiot. Like, there's this great episode of The Simpsons where, you know, Homer is criticizing Ned Flanders for being a football coach. And, you know, Marge is like, you know, Homer, it's easy to criticize. And he's like, yeah, fun too. It's like, I feel like that's really what a lot of people are doing who are like anti-establishment. And like, I consider myself anti-establishment, but like, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater either. Oh crap! What the heck is this? Do I just hit this thing here? Okay, hang on a second. All right, let me see what's being said on the screen here. You like cyberpunk? Well, then you should watch Duca Ma Drive. Just wanted to bother you with that again. Okay, I'll watch that if you watch Bubblegum Crisis. How about that? Because Bubblegum Crisis is a really good cyberpunk anime. If you want, like, okay, like the 80 Police Files, actually, like the original 80 Police, that's really good, but it's like, but, and then 80 Police Files takes place in the 2040 timeline, but is like a Bubblegum Crisis, but it's like a lot better than Bubblegum Crisis 2040. That isn't good. 2040 Bubblegum Crisis isn't good, but like the 80 Police Files is good. And then like the original 80 Police from the original Bubblegum Crisis timeline is also really good. So, all right, yeah, we were really close to losing there, but we somehow made it. Fair enough, yeah. Simpsons is amazing. I watch it every morning while eating breakfast. Good vibes. Yeah, the 90 to 99, that's going to be your golden Simpsons right there. After 99, it starts going downhill. And I'm not one of these people that's like, cancel The Simpsons. I am one of these people that's like, I think they should make fewer episodes of The Simpsons. Because, like, as the newer seasons go on, it's like, it's, you know, there are good episodes, but they're few and far between, you know? Actually, I mean, I love to watch, I look at, like, Simpsons memes, like, all the time. I was just looking at one the other day where it's, like, Homer had, like, a home business, and, like, he was using Marge's butter to hold his pens. And Marge is like, is that my good butter? They can't talk now, Marge. Time for another delicious memo. Like, around seasons 9 through 15. Yeah, for sure. 99, I think, was the last really golden year of that show. And even then, the episode quality was getting a little weird, but it was still really, really good. Like, the episode where, I mean, there's some great episodes there. Like, the one where Homer is, like, working for Alec Baldwin and Kim Basinger, that is a really good one. Another one in that season that's really good is one where Homer and Mel Gibson are friends, and they remake Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. That is also fantastic. But anyway, so like back to Cyberpunk. Like if you want to see a really intelligent movie, Blade Runner is really good. It's that is my favorite smart movie. Like Bloodsport is my all-time favorite movie, but like Blade Runner, in terms of the movies that make you think, is really good because it's like this Jacobin article was trying to like co-opt, like as all kind of Leninist methodology teaches, you must co-opt it and shoehorn it into your ideology. Whoa. Damn it. No. Gosh darn it. All right, what was I talking about? Yeah, and they're trying to like say like the subversive nature of cyberpunk, and it's like, all right, and they were talking about Blade Runner, and I was like, you know what? Like, listen, the thing about Blade Runner is I don't think the whole point of Blade Runner is like to try to get you to overthrow a capitalist government. The point of Blade Runner is like, this is what's going to happen if you keep doing the bad stuff that we're doing, or things that we don't quite realize is bad. We're going to become so, enamored with technology that we risk making machines and people increasingly indistinguishable, and we will create a kind of a mechanized proletariat that we think are okay to abuse because they're not humans. Like that's some good powerful stuff. And then like the whole issue of the replicants that don't know that they're replicants. And then there's a lot of really good stuff about the nature of God and man in there as well. How Adam turned on God, and then like humanity had, which is not good. You shouldn't turn on God, but it's like but like human beings had become like the new God, and like we were terrible people. So it was like the whole point of Blade Runner that's so interesting is like the bad guy ends up is like better than most people in the movie, because the replicants, even though they're violent and are kind of out of control, they've got good reason for being that way. Like the most of the people in Blade Runner, the actual human beings, are really not good. They're really ugly, weird, bad people, and the replicants are just trying to stay alive, and then they're hurting people to try to stay alive, but they've got kind of a noble goal. And then the whole idea of like falling in love with a machine is also really interesting, and not being sure if you're a machine yourself. So there's a lot of really interesting, weighty topics there. But the end of Blade Runner is great, because like Roy Batty wins, but he knows he's gonna die, so he basically just saves Deckard, and then just kind of like pours his heart out to him. It's a really beautiful movie, and the music is fantastic too. So yeah, Blade Runner is like literally like just absolutely one of the best movies ever made, if not the best movie ever made. Do. Go. Okay, more of this here. Come on, come at me. Come on, man. Not that I really care. Are the comments working here? Because like the last comment I see is Dakota talking about seasons 9 through 15 of The Simpsons. So I just didn't know if like, because I went on a Blade Runner rant for about 5 minutes there. So. Not that you have to interact with my Blade Runner rant. I'm just like legitimately curious. Do. All right. Well done, Upa. Ooh, we're in a cave. Ah, crap. we're in a cave. That means I'm gonna have to probably like lower the contrast on this here. And it's a little better. Maybe if I move this in a little bit here. There you go. Okay. Do 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 do. Oh man, I really hope the comment section didn't like freeze up. Can I please have a live stream where stuff doesn't like malfunction here? That's so difficult. Do these spikes kill you here? Yes. Oh, no, it's good. Woof. Yeah, that's good. All right. All right. Not that I didn't mean to have a meltdown on camera there. Although, you know, just not out of the ordinary. So, okay. Come on, man. I'm just trying to adjust this picture here. Just enjoying the stream. Okay, that's good. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to just... It's a level with a dark background, so... Alright. Darkness and the phone don't tend to get along. It also depends on the monitor, too. Like... Ooh, ooh. I did fall asleep last night, though. Oh, good. I fell asleep to a Genovi video talking about the Sega Dreamcast. That's what I fell asleep to last night. I was, like, arguing against the idea that, like, burned CDs were responsible for the fall of the Sega Dreamcast. Darn it. I think he's right. I didn't burn any Dreamcast CDs until, like, 2009. You know, like, Dreamcast was long gone by then. I'm gonna turn the lights off, see if that helps us here. Oof. Alright. Joseph Joestar's gonna go fight Santana in a second off camera here. It probably wasn't wise. This is how Upa can kind of glide a little bit. Ooh, damn it. No, 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 no. Ah! Good thing I ricocheted that one direction there. Yeah, there we go. Come on, come on. So, if I can go here, and then here, and then here, and then here. Just like, because I know they're gonna try to, like, hit me as I'm trying to jump. It's like a common thing that Konami games would always do. They'd have you get hit and then, like, get knocked back and then fall off of the level. Okay, wait a second. Let me see what's being said right here. When I had my Dreamcast before, I sold it. Don't have a single Dreamcast game. They're all burned. I had a lot of fun though. Miss having it. Yeah, dude, Dreamcast is a phenomenal system. Like it's really, 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 really good. I'm actually hoping to, sooner than later. And I think I said this last night. I was hoping I could get a modded Dreamcast because I've got Japanese games, and I'd always heard that if you just boot a Game Shark, it can play Japanese games, but that's not the case for a lot of Japanese games. Like, it worked for my Dead or Alive 2, but I have Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast, the Japanese, not Soul Calibur, Power Stone, I'm sorry. I have Power Stone on the Japanese version, and it won't play. And I also have Virtua Fighter 3 Tournament Battle, and that won't play either using the Game Shark as a boot disc. So I would just rather, get a... Oh, shoot. I would rather just get a Game Shark. Not Game Shark, I'm losing my mind here. I'd rather just get a Dreamcast where I don't have to use a Game Shark, is what I'm trying to say. Because Dreamcast has a lot of great Japanese games, and so a lot of time, like, the Japanese titles will be less expensive than certain American titles. Plus, I like the box art better on the Japanese games, like 99% of the time. I mean, not always, but most of the time. I do want us to play a little bit of Legend of Mana 3, Trials of Mana, on the Switch. That's a good game. And I know that Arrow was saying last night that he wanted some text-based RPGs, so we could play a little bit more of that one where you meet the single mom. I'm hoping I can get that, my 600 bucks. I mean, some of that's got to go toward, like, family stuff, but I really need to get a new I don't need to, but I would like to get a PlayStation 3 that... Not 3. I'd like to get a PlayStation... What am I doing? I want to get a PlayStation 3 that can actually read discs, and since I've got a broken one, I can trade that in and knock some money off and get a Pro. Okay, so how do we get up here? There we go. Man, we are cruising through Bio Miracle Baby Oopa right here. Smooth sounds here. Man, this game... what? This game was worth the money to get the cartridge repro. Number one, just have, like... I mean, I'm happy I have the disc system version, but I do like having this easy mode, and I like having a backup. Plus it just... The ability to make the NES carts look like Famicom carts is also really nice. I mean, I like how Famicom carts look better, but, there were some times where, Japan used the NES-style carts in the Nintendo, and it's nice to be able to... Ah, shoot! I didn't realize I was gonna, like, snake through the screen like that. Interesting system here. Speaking of, I wasn't speaking of Justin Wang, but we often do. He's got a new video out. I can't, like, some of his videos, like, I rush to watch, and then other ones, it's like they're too gross, like, I can't deal with them. Like, I'm not a dark person. Damn it! I'm not a dark person, as evidenced by the fact that I'm playing this game. About a little baby that fights evil pieces of cake. Nah, darn it. About to have a Mark McGrath meltdown right here. You know who did a good video? Wavy Web Surf. He's kind of like Wang, but looks like Macaulay Culkin, and he doesn't do as big a range of content. Like, Wang will do, like, a lot of different kinds of content. He'll do, like, video game stuff and, like, internet history stuff, but, like, Wavy Web Surf pretty much just focuses on, like, internet history. So, he did this one video on Super Saiyan Jaden, and he actually interviews him in the video. It's really good. And then just shows a lot of his videos that are really funny. You know? Oh, man. Well, that's good. This is a weird level. I like the music a lot. So you can go through the floor sometimes, but you can't other times. And then you, like, snake around through the other side of the screen. We also have Konami YY World in English through my connection here. Darn it. So I'm gonna have to get this guy here and try to float up here. Whoa. Dude, come on, man! I was on that freaking platform! I'm almost at 900. Remember when I was at 155? Yeah. I remember, like, for a long time, I just had a YouTube channel, and, like, I made some videos for it, and it was never really a priority. I just threw a couple videos up here and there. And then I just, you know, lose interest, or not. I don't even, lose interest is even the right word. I just didn't even know what to do. God damn it. You know, I don't know. It was kind of like way on the back burner, and then I can't remember what it was. It was around the time Santino was born. I made a Mortal Kombat 2 video. I had started watching a lot more video game YouTube videos when Santino was born. Like, after Trump got elected, I kind of like, I was so, like, annoyed at the left. Like, I consider myself, strangely enough, I guess, in a lot of ways aligned with the left. And, like, a lot of the YouTube videos I did, like, some of the videos I did was, like, I would, like, upload philosophy lectures, or, like, upload my artwork and music, you know, and then just kind of, like, leave it at that. But, and I would listen to a lot of, like, philosophy lectures and news, but the left had become really annoying to me because they were, I thought, you know, not viewing things in context and being hysterical and vitriolic, and I tended to like look at a lot of like dissent, more like political dissent on the left videos a lot of the times on YouTube, and I was just so annoyed with it all. Like, I'm like, I need to just mellow out here. I've got a baby. I'm just gonna like, you know, relax to some like video game like videos. And that's when I started like watching Classic Gaming Quarterly a lot, and Classic Game Room, and TabMock99 used to do some really nice Mortal Kombat videos. And I did have like, I think a video game review or two. So then I was like, I made like a video around Christmas of 2016 that was comparing Mortal Kombat 2 on the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo, and then the arcade. And that got a lot of hits. And then a little bit, I think it was maybe a little bit before that too, I had done some reviews that got some positive feedback on Capcom vs. SNK and SVC Chaos. So, like, those had gotten some nice hits, and then that Mortal Kombat 2 review, you know, really got, people were, like, liking it a lot, and it was getting a lot of views and comments on it. So then I was like, well, you know, maybe I can just kind of do more of these, and it started being fun, and I, you know, it's just, I don't know, I started liking to do video game reviews, so, and then that led to the live streams. And then, you know, I kept, you know, I still, like, upload my art and stuff, so. So, yeah, I don't know, then I just kind of got into it. I feel like politics as a... Hang on a second. Yeah, that was like 6 years ago, around the time that Santino was born. You started doing it more. Yeah, that's true. I feel like politics as a whole seems to become pretty radical over the past 4 years, both on the right and left. The internet is a damn powerful tool when it comes to demonizing and biting at each other. Yeah, that's true. For me, it's all vintage. It's all the vintage anime Japanese stuff you used to upload, whether it was old OVA stuff from Hey 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 Music Jam. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, I was really into, and still am, into archiving the international channel. Yeah, for sure. And the other thing I really want to get going here is to get a better VHS capture device. Now, I'm a little gun shy. I do have one copyright strike on the channel from New Japan for the Muda match, which it's so bizarre. I had that match up for years, and nobody cared, and everyone loved it, you know, and then, because it actually had Real American playing in it. But, you know, New Japan struck me on it. So now I've got a copyright strike. At one point, I had 2 copyright strikes, which is very dangerous. So, yeah, I absolutely, like, uploaded nothing copyrighted. But the copyright stuff that I upload that's copyrighted is not stuff that people make money on. That's the whole thing that annoys me, you know? Like, I remember, like, I uploaded Princess Rouge, and, like, I got a copyright strike for that. Like, who the hell even knows what does anybody know what Princess Rouge is? Seriously, besides Arrow and Diego? Like, that's not a knock on Rogue Drums and you know, Beatle enthusiast over there, but, like, but seriously, like, what the hell? You know, like, the whole point of YouTube isn't just to make original content, it's to, like, share your videos. Like, I don't freaking care. Like, I wouldn't care if someone, like, took my videos as long as they, like, gave me credit for them. I mean, people steal memes all the time. Just say where you got it from. I mean, like, I'm not encouraging people to steal content. I'm just saying, like, when it's already copyrighted stuff, like, it's different. If I mean, listen, I stand by what I said. If you like someone like posts one of my videos, they're welcome to do that. Just like give me credit for it. Like that's the main thing. But I mean, like, I think that's kind of like weird to do. Like, you know, I've heard of that kind of thing happening where, like, I know, like, Mark from Classic Game Room had said that, you know, some people, like, taken his videos and tried to say that they were there. Like, that's weird. Like, don't do that. That's not cool. But, like, if you're talking about things like, oh, man, you know, like, something that's, like, copyrighted from the 80s, you can share it, man. Like, the whole point of this stuff is for preservation, you know? I think that YouTube and the internet, by extension, has just become this corporate wasteland. It's true. I mean, stuff has become very, very monolithic. I have some fan subbed GT stuff that is an unbelievably solid quality. Oh, could you send me some of that, man? I love seeing your fan sub, like those old fan subs. I love them because they have the Japanese commercials. So if you wouldn't mind messaging me that stuff, I'd appreciate it. I'm no communist, but I'm not very fond of taking power from the people when it comes to people doing what they want on the internet. Well, no, I mean, like, you know, the technologically speaking, I mean, things have become we do have the potential for digital communism, and that's not a bad thing. No one's getting, you know, we're not talking about Stalinism here. Hey, hey, Sinister, how's it going, man? We're back on Prism. We're talking about digital communism right here. I was gonna start talking about how it's nice that people can share things and, you know, reproduce things on the internet, you know, free of the need for profit. I mean, it's definitely a line that's got to be. You got to walk a line, obviously, where you are not destroying people's ability to make money. You want to support the artists and people like that you like, but at the same time, I don't think we should have profit be the end here. I think profit needs to be the means to the higher end of a just social order. And I think part of a just social order is when people can share stuff, let them share their stuff, you know? But, I mean, there's definitely some common sense that has to be used as well. So, yeah. No one's really on the internet to make money unless they're a big corporation that's looking to make billions of dollars more. Yeah, that's true, man. Like, there's people like me who do this for the love of the game, you know? Literally, we're playing a game right now. I've had to actively and consistently archive stuff on my own hands because I have no faith in the internet maintaining its freedom to share things in the future. Yeah, it's true, man. Like, it's very. I mean, I really need to find a way to, I don't know, find some way to back up all my YouTube stuff, because you're right. It's very, it's very, I don't know if ephemeral is the right word. It's not stable. Yeah, we are the only rare people in the world that know what Princess Rouge, Ninja Cadets, Sailor Victory, Earthy and Tokyo Vice, Armor Trooper, Votoms, and the irresponsible Captain Tyler. That is a winning lineup, my friend. The Anime Works, OVAs from the Japanese Action Explosion, and then the late night Wednesday animes after the Dragon Ball reruns. That's some freaking golden times, man. Ah, darn it. But I mean, here's the other thing too, right? Like, if I was monetized, I would understand, like, someone, you know, potentially being upset about me making money off of their stuff and not giving them a cut. But I'm not doing that. I'm not monetized. Oh yeah, Shineman's the best one, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know any of those. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of things I've seen that are just gone forever, and it's like managed to. Yeah, so for to your point, man, like take a look at the shows on Netflix, right? I mean, there's or Disney Plus or whatever. Like, if something is deemed controversial, right, they won't show it. And then it's kind of like, well, did that ever happen? We're talking like, it's kind of like the Marx said that history is first a tragedy, then a farce, right? So this is kind of like the farcical version of Trotsky getting erased, like, hey, wasn't there an Aqua Teen Hunger Force where Master Shake was black? It's like, not anymore. And it's like, I mean, I am completely in favor of, not having, racist stuff, but we're to the point now where, like, like, weird stuff is being considered racist, like, I'm obviously not a person of color, but, like, I'm someone, it's like, I remember I was asked one time, like, if I couldn't be Italian, what would I be? And I told my mom, I was like, oh, I'd want to be black. Because it's like, that is the rap music was so cool, And, like, there's definitely a lot of, white guys my age that grew up with rap music, so, and, like, black sitcoms and things like that, and, it's like, there weren't, like, a ton of African-American people in my community, but, like, the black people in my school I was always, like, friends with, I thought they were pretty cool. We'd talk about Puff Daddy and stuff, so, like, why am I saying this? Because, like, darn it. I like, like the kind of, like, the 90s black culture, but at the same time, it's like, people have become so paranoid about, like, this thing may be somehow, construed as racist, that people have just kind of, like, lost their minds in a lot of cases. People are becoming, I don't know. It's like they killed, like, a lot of people aren't religious anymore, so it's like they make these, they get kind of crazy religious. They get, like, the tropes of religion without the meaning of it. It's like, I'm gonna be, like, hysterical, but without any of the deeper theological meanings. Like, I'm gonna be a super fundamentalist, but have none of, like, the benevolent, like, the benevolent theology to it. All right, what am I talking about here? Mr. Popo wasn't blue. That is true. But the thing is, that's the thing, man. It's like, a thing, like, in Japan, like, that's not racist. They just look at America, it's like, oh, that's how they kind of, that's how black people were drawn in cartoons. That's kind of cute and interesting, like, so it's not, there's not, like, malice, like, get in your place, you minority, behind that. It's just like, oh, this is a novel way to draw people, so, yeah, Blue Mr. Popo was weird. Same here, International Channel was such a national treasure. Yeah, 2020, the year everyone lost their minds, became completely insane. That's true. I still love to see you upload international channels. I will, man. I'm not gonna stop doing that. I looked online and I saw that there is kind of like a non-PC capture device to, like, VHS. So I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's like one of those, like, mini, like, handheld recording devices or whatever, but it had, like, a jack for RCA cables that you could, like, kind of have your VCR going out into it. So I think I can actually, like, dub VHS to that. I don't know how long I can do it. Like, I don't know, like, what the memory capacity is, but I want to keep archiving the international channel stuff. I have, like, bags of tapes from the international channel, and I've even got some, like, YouTube videos that I like, VHS taped that aren't on YouTube anymore, or just they're just interesting how they look, I can't address anything you're saying because any word I use for a person of color won't hit the visual part of the chat. Oh, interesting. On the screen. Yeah. No, anyway, dude, like, I'm just saying, like, I really like I really like black culture, and I really like my black friends. That's all I'll say, you know. And being like a white guy to have black friends is cool because it's like, oh, cool, you're cool, Like it's kind of like I'm that kind of white guy. Like the black guys that I know at the gym are like super cool. I love hanging out with them. So, um, do. And yeah, and like Sinister, I'm really happy that we're friends. Just so first of all, because we got a lot of things in common, and you're a cool dude. But I think it's also cool. It's like, yeah, I have a friend that lives in Compton. Compton, hip hop Compton. you So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just rambling incoherently. They seem to have the best possible quality, though you'll need DVD discs. Hang on a second. What is this saying here? When I see if you can use a DVD player with a line input. Interesting. I do have a DVD recorder. I was going to say that we are cool and have swag. Yeah, you got that right. Noel, are Italians considered white? In parts of the South, no. Which is weird. Up here, yes. Go to a Subway and ask for white bread. What do you get? That's true. You don't get Italian. That's I am Italian urban cheese. That is people say cheese is cheesy is an insult. I like cheesy stuff. So the food and the entertainment quality. So you get Italian bread. That's right. I've got some flavor, right? Yeah, my people came over. My grandpa came over in the 30s. He was getting out of Italy because Mussolini. He lived under Mussolini. He saw Mussolini give speeches, and my grandpa's like, once Mussolini started bringing like Germans in. My grandpa's like, we have to get the hell out of here because there's going to be a war in Europe, and this isn't good. So he came to America, was a barber, and he cut hair till he was 93. And they went back to Italy to fight in the war on the American side. I can give you an example of the quality you'd get through a DVD recorder, as well as the quality you'd get through a capture card. The issue, I have a VHS to DVD recorder, but the problem is that the VHS on it does not work. I have a lot of VCRs, and only one of them is reading tapes. I've got a newer VCR that eats tapes, and then they were giving away at my job a lot of the international VCRs that read international tapes, and they're all eating tapes. So I saw a video saying the Irish Supreme Court declared Subway's bread has too much sugar content to be considered bread. That's right. The Italian bread, we were sweet and have flavor. That's right. I don't think any of my GT stuff has commercials. I don't care. Whatever. It's still cool. I still like the VHS quality, quite honestly. So. Okay. Do. Can I, like... Oh, there we go. I forgot. I can, like, jump through parts on the screen here. But that Aqua Teen Hunger Force, where Shake turns into a black guy because he was bitten by a radioactive black man, is really funny. Shake's like, well, I wasn't born black. I was bitten by a radioactive black man. Darn it. And then, like, the other, like, kind of craziness that happens is, like, now it's, like, you can't be a voice actor of a certain, like, I know, like, the guy who plays Cleveland isn't actually black, so he, and Hank Azaria, like, isn't Indian, so, like, he can't be a Pooh anymore, like, just this crazy, stupid stuff. It's, like, I don't know, man. People are idiots. Like, just... Can you, like, please just enjoy your life in a prosperous country and not just be creating, ways to be offended? Like, the left in this country has, like, in large part abandoned the working class and just become obsessed with identity politics. It's really stupid and bad. Do. I'm really happy with this Mac Tonight shirt my wife got me. Come on, yes. Almost got it, come on. We got a bunch of health here, so if we can get back to that boss, we should be okay. There he is. This guy gonna shoot something at me here? No, he just slides. Oh, there he goes. I see how you do it. No, you gotta, like, hit him from the front? Okay, so these guys gotta... Man. You've gotta find a way... I've gotta find a way to, like, hit this guy while he's, like, coming forward, I guess. Okay, hang on a second. Here, let's see what you guys are saying. Something about Italy. Okay, hang on. I remember you told us about your grandfather seeing Mussolini speaking. What a historical moment. Yeah, it is. It's crazy. Find it interesting. Italy had a dictator and a powerless figurehead at the same time. Yeah, that's true. I mean, and honestly, compared to the other dictators in Europe, like, I'm ideologically opposed to Mussolini, but Stalin was much worse than Mussolini, even though on paper his belief system is better than Mussolini's, because Stalin's belief system, even though it's in theory it's for the equality of humanity, but in reality it was, you know, a mass murder state, you know. And Mussolini didn't mass murder his own people like Stalin did, but he had a terrible belief system that led him to align himself with Hitler, who was one of the most insidious mass murderers in history. Race is also a sensitive topic in America. It's getting out of control. Yeah, I know. People need to just learn how to, I don't know, peacefully coexist and find common ground. What obviously 8-bit platform is this? This is a Famicom game that I am playing. It's a repro cart. It's a repro of a Famicom cart that has been put on my NES top loader. It's it's one of those cartridges that are like NES cartridges, but they're like Famicom carts because they're like different colors and they're all filled with like translated. I get like translated into English Famicom games. But I have a guy who repros NES carts of really high quality, and so I just always have him like put like English translated Famicom games on them. I'll see how quickly I can upload this. Hopefully, you'll be able to look at it by tonight. Cool. Didn't Stalin align with Hitler? Yes, he did. He did align with Hitler and get swerved over Poland. Yes. Yep. Yes, he did. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was a stupid move for Hitler to turn on Stalin because Stalin was huge in beating Hitler. I mean, Stalin knew how to get the people behind him, even though he, murdered a lot of his own people. I mean, like, listen, like, I mean, murdering any people is wrong. So it's like, I don't like this idea of like, oh, well, you know, Western countries are okay because they only kill people from other countries. It's like, no, it's not good, obviously. But anyway, what was I talking about? Almost got this dude here. No, I don't. Jeez, what the freak, man? Anyway, Stalin, man, like, he was one of those guys that, like, people related to and liked in the Soviet Union, if he wasn't, like, locking you up, you know? I remember, like, you know, learning in Russian history, like, people actually liked Stalin's inability to do public speaking because it was, like, I don't know, he lacked pretension, you know what I'm saying? So he was able to rally his country to make, you know, insane sacrifices to beat the Nazis. And so, like, Stalin deserves a lot of credit for, and the Soviet Union deserves a lot of credit for defeating Nazism. They also deserve a lot of credit for the bad stuff that they did, and that's why it's not around anymore, because people just, you know, I don't know. They threw out the baby with the bathwater, basically. Or they thought it was not worth saving, you know, the Soviet Union. Gorbachev's conundrum of too little too late or too much too soon. Man, that guy's hard. Bad people and stupid people are the problem and will always be here. Yeah, sadly. It took 4 countries to defeat Germany. Yes, it's true. And Italy joined the Allies as well, too, once they got rid of Mussolini. The Italian left did a lot of good. The Italian left, like, up through the 80s, did a lot of good, in my opinion. And that includes the Italian Communist Party, the Italian Socialist Party. They did a lot of good for the country. Because they operated within a democratic framework and got a lot of worker protection. All the powerful men I had think the stress and lifestyle would suck so much that it would be worthless. I'd rather actually have my... Yeah, no, I agree. I don't know why people want power. I mean, money and women are nice, but... I mean, you can get a job and find a good woman, too, you know? I mean, it sucks having to get up to work in the morning, but I wouldn't want to have to be looking over my shoulder and be, like, just obsessed. I don't know, it's like some weird, like, ambition type thing. I think people just, I don't know, people, like, want to have their names in a history book, or, I mean, sometimes circumstances choose you, too. That's another thing. But... in our current climate, like, I don't know who would even want to be president unless you're, like, some power-hungry person. If we lose, I'm really having fun playing this game, but if we lose here, we should probably play another game. We've been playing UPA for a long time. Which is fun. I mean, this is a great game. This is, like, I think easily one of the best platformers on the NES. Some people get power drunk. Frankly, I think it's just better to be financially well off and have time to freely pursue personal hobbies and interests. Yeah, I agree 1,000,000,000%. If I, like, always had $300 in the bank, I'd be happy. You know, like, I just want to be able to have enough money to buy a video game and coffee whenever I feel like it. You know? Like, I'm not looking to have a mansion or a Ferrari. I mean, it'd be nice to have a Ferrari, but, like, I mean, I don't know how to drive a stick. Like, I'd want to drive a... And then people would, like, well, what's the point of getting a standard Ferrari that's not a standard? But anyway, I'm very happy with my Chevy Malibu. Yeah, just to buy a nice video game or like, something fun for my family. And by fun, I mean, something like, I don't know. Oh, I was at the store and thought of you, like I'm very happy with like a working middle class lifestyle. I just want to have enough money in the bank to feel comfortable. But you know what doesn't make me feel comfortable? Falling off the screen like that. A fairly honest man who does honest work and at the end of the day gets to do things he likes to do. Yeah, that's good, man. Or we have people like Noel here, a prime example of a model citizen. I feel like Trump did not get a chance to enjoy his presidency. It's like pulling teeth. Yeah, dude, Trump was treated like a foreign dictator. Like, the mass media treated Trump like a foreign dictator. He was never, ever, like, portrayed as our president. Even like George W. Bush, right, who, the media didn't particularly like. He, take a look at, like, the Will Ferrell George Bush portrayal on Saturday Night Live. I mean, it was, like, endearing, even though it was, like, critical. Like, Trump is fairly likable. I mean, he was likable before, he was a celebrity. Like, he had his own TV show. I mean, he sold products. He was kind of a part of Americana, a goofy part of Americana, a part of Americana that had some, definitely dubious or questionable things about it, but he was not viewed as, like, Orange Hitler or some kind of neo-Confederate Russian agent, or, but that's, like, one big reason why he kind of soured on listening to a lot of anti-establishment stuff, is because I was listening to the anti-establishment stuff on the left because that's the stuff that wasn't getting covered in the news. But now, the news became so hysterical and anti-Trump, who was the president, and therefore the kind of the quote unquote establishment, that it didn't even make sense anymore. It's like the critical thought became part of the I guess if you look at the establishment politically, the so-called center-left part of it, so-called critical thinking, and that kind of aligned in a way that lost touch with reality. And there was no context to there was no context to much of the criticism against Trump. It was all just like anything he did was like the end of the world and he must be destroyed. And I think a lot of that's because he just partly because he had the gall to think that he was in charge, and these people had spent their whole lives in Washington getting degrees in colleges and sucking up and doing terrible things to get where they were, and this goofball basically came and muscled his way in and outranked them. I'm sure they were all appalled and couldn't stand it. And then at the same time, like, he questioned some things that the intelligence community had for decades been doing in terms of having these long-standing geopolitical formulas. And Trump was, willing to kind of say, well, why do we have to do that? I don't want to do that. And so, I mean, he just, like, he's no saint, but he annoying evil people too. So I don't know. But I mean, I think a lot of Trump is bad solutions to bad problems, but if he doesn't pardon Assange and if he doesn't pardon Edward Snowden, he's going to look like a chump. And he's going to lose a lot of any sympathy that good people have for him. My current age has taught me that many people are incapable of thinking for themselves. Yeah. In hindsight, it just seems like any guy can become the ultimate scapegoat for the left. Yeah. Cancel culture, man. Be careful, Noel. They might get you for what you're saying. I don't know, man. I just want to have my family in my video games, I don't know, man. Speaking of Snowden, did you know the guy had a big interest in anime culture? I'm not surprised. Who doesn't? Because freaking anime is awesome. Like people are afraid to go against the grain. Yeah, no, I mean, it just depends, man. Like, I don't know, like, it's weird, too? Like, a lot of Like when I was like, let's say like during the Obama administration, right? Like I had some kind of kooky friends on the right that like listened to Glenn Beck and were like, hey, oh, I think Obama's a Maoist, which is ridiculous. It's like one of the stupidest things I've ever heard in my life. Right? He's a huge international capitalist, right? And it's like, no, he looks different and he's a Democrat. That means he's an evil radical. Like what the hell are you talking about? But like those kinds of people were never even off kind of thing. Never, ever, ever. Yeah, and these glasses like some hot fire, man, right? But like just like totally flip out, like it to the point where they will try to cut you off and they'll get like completely like bent out of shape and like vitriolic and angry. It's not normal. Like I've never had a conservative do that to me. And I'm friends with a lot of like evangelical Baptists, like never. But I have seen people on the left like lose their shit and act like and get like really angry. Um, what's the other one? He's a Muslim. Yeah. I liked Jack Van Impe. He's the Antichrist. No. Traveler. Like there, like people like say like, "Hey Noel, what do you fall asleep to?" And like that coast to coast with Art Bell like style stuff. Sometimes it's that. Hey, by the way, the others who just came on, look at this awesome shirt my wife got me. This is some cool stuff, man. Anyway, like I love this shirt. It's cool as hell. Not that hell is a cool place. It's a hot place. Like this shirt, right? Anyway, so like that coast to coast stuff, like they had this one guy that claimed he was a time traveler and knew Barack Obama, and they were from this like Mars like time travel project. And I just remember it was like fascinating to listen to. And they're like, "Yeah, I knew Barry. We were part of the Mars jump room." He wasn't very friendly. It's like I remember like one day we were on Mars and I walked out of my cave and I said hi and he didn't say hi back. And it's like one of the greatest things I've ever heard in my life. Yeah. Obama, he's a jerk. I knew him on Mars before he was famous. How do you think the U.S. would be if there was one political party? We do have one political party. It's the corporate party. We have two factions, right? And I think that, I mean, like if you study Soviet history, they had one party and there were factions within the Communist Party. So I think that's, I mean, we have like the Constitution and like the First Amendment and freedom of religion and stuff like that. But I don't think that we have good political representation. I mean, this is why I'll tell people, it's like when I don't hate Trump, it's like, he was the only option that people who are critical of the system actually had at the end of the day. And that says something about the system that we have, where it's like this like kind of goofy populist oligarch who went into business for himself is the only option that the common people have to say like, to try to push back against the system that they don't like. Of which he's a part of that system, but he puts himself ahead of that system. And he's willing to kind of schmooze with the little guy to promote himself. Oh man, that hits hard. So, the corporate thing? Yeah, well, you had to hear it sometime. What am I doing? What should we play next? Going for an hour and a half. This is fun though. We got Saint Seiya on now. They have this Saint Seiya what's it called, like Soul of Gold or something like that. It's good. It's not quite as good as the original Saint Seiya, which I guess they've got some Saint Seiya movies on Retro Crush. Okay, walking around and talking. That's what we're doing. I have another terrible confession. I hate the way the court system works. Both civil and criminal. It's a bunch of games and money and double standards. Justice is rare. Yeah, no, I mean, like, you know what? You know what really annoys me when my wife watches her like true crime shows is like, and I'm not just saying this to like suck up to minorities, but like black guys like always get worse sentences on those shows. Like you'll watch some like Dateline NBC thing, and like there's a woman who like murdered like multiple husbands or something, and she'll get like 30 years, and then you'll see like some black dude kills a guy in a drug crime, and it's like lock him up for life, and it's like. I'm not even saying he shouldn't be locked up for life. I'm saying like, why is that woman getting a chance for parole and some just some dude who is an idiot and violent and deserves what he gets in a lot of cases? Like they're like he shouldn't be getting a worse punishment for killing someone than someone who's not black. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, like there was a lady in Syracuse. She like antifreezed two husbands and tried to kill her daughter. And like she didn't get life in jail. What the hell is that? Like I think she got like 30 years or something, but still. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like true crime though. My wife likes it. I don't know. I don't want to be I'm just not like my whole thing is like I'll watch like what like my like pessimistic stuff that I'll watch. It's like Mad Max or like Fist of the North Star, like post-apocalyptic stuff where there's like a beam of hope. Like that's what I like. I don't like this stuff that's like, oh, I'm going to go listen to a podcast about, a violent, child murderer. It's like stop, who the one who pronounced antifreeze anti-fray, I have no idea. I wouldn't be surprised. American justice system does have some of those qualities to it. I mean, it's like it's not always unfair or unjust, but it can have those elements to it. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I can just say that I think there's definitely times when justice is served and it works. And then there's times when it doesn't, and I don't have like a whole laundry list of things, but the lady who got caught forging some yes. Yep. No, yeah. Absolutely. That's who it is. I didn't know she called it anti-fray. Yeah, it's always interesting when they do those like datelines in upstate New York. But yeah, she was trying to like forge a suicide note for her daughter that she poisoned, but then her daughter survived, and then that like screwed her because the daughter was able to just basically like nail her, and like and she like the mom incriminated herself too. She's like, "Oh, my daughter, she tried to kill herself." And it's like she's like, "You told me to drink this stuff that tasted terrible and it was antifreeze," But I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, in terms of like the American justice system, like, I don't know, man. Like, I know some lawyers and I know some cops, and it's like I think they do a service for society. And if we don't have a system of law and order and rules, then we're gonna have a bad situation. But at the same time, we need to make sure that I think that the system of law and order and rules works equitably, obviously. I mean, this is all kind of like just pretty much common sense stuff that I'm saying. I feel smart because I knew you were watching. My mom talks about those shows all the time. Yeah, dude, the lawyer in that show, the prosecutor from Syracuse, I think he's a Syracuse prosecutor. He just she was like the biggest, like she's one of like the most evil people I've ever seen. Just like like I don't know, man. I don't usually get into those like true crime shows that my wife's watches, but like every so often there'll be one where it's like the person is like such a bad person that I want to see them get nailed, and she was like the one that it's like I really watched that one, 'cause it's like this lady is like horrible. Like she tried to kill her daughter by framing her daughter for killing her husband too. It was like just freaking terrible. Yes, and I was also thinking about the episode of The Simpsons where Bart had to drink antifreeze from the bad French people. I was thinking of that the whole time. Why don't we play a little Switch? Do 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 do. Okay, where's my remote? Switch on. TV. Camera falls. Alright, come on, come on. Try to, like... You say you'd have copyright strikes for playing tapes. I don't know, man. Like, Diego, you were at the stream last night, and Diego had actually suggested that for our 75th stream, we should do some international channel stuff, because it was channel 75. In that case, you didn't believe me at some point. I was a big fan of The Simpsons. I guess I'm not just... I never didn't believe you that you weren't a Simpsons fan. I've never questioned any of your claims. But seriously, you tell Suge Knight I said hi. Alright, switch back on. Turned off because I was dropping my phone and whatnot. Since I don't know if my paycheck deposited or not, but that Aleste collection on the PlayStation is out. We're playing some Trials of Mana. I'm actually gonna hit the lights here. Maybe we could pull off a Mystery Science Theater thing. That would be great, actually. Alright. This is a great game. It's pretty, too. I'm a guy named Duran. Like Duran. I'm hungry like the wolf. Okay, last I knew, so basically, like, fought a, like, evil sorcerer knight. Barely survived. Now I've got to go find a fortune teller. Okay. Ooh, cutscene. This is Seiken Densetsu 3 Remake. Yes, it is. People's lives are 99% destiny, but the rest of your future is shaped by your will. It's up to you to decide. We call the final 1% hope. I obviously chose to play this in Japanese with English text. Come now, anyone can see you bear a great burden. Let this old bird set you on the right path. Why would I trust my fate to something like that? All I believe in is strength. But I'll listen to what you have to say. You can tell me how to become more powerful. Manners, you oaf. No need for rudeness. Become more powerful, you need to head to the holy city Wendell. The priest of light can teach you how to switch your class. My class. You listen good, even for a clueless fighter like yourself. You can eventually change to a better class. Now get out of my shop. Well done, Duran. You annoyed that old elf lady. Get ready for your journey. Can I, like... whatever, it's fine. The screen just was, like, a little bit oversaturated there. Kurasu change ka. I have not played the original Seiken Densetsu 3. That never came out here, did it? I've got the original. I've got the original Legend of Mana on my Super Nintendo Mini, and I've got the Mana collection on the Switch as well. This is a fun game, and it looks great and plays very smooth. Nice action RPG here. I really like the Switch. The Switch is, I'm going to say, my favorite console of this current crop of consoles, easily. I really, really like it. Just a lot of great JRPGs and cool stuff you can download. But I like my PS4 and my Xbox, too. But if I had to choose between one... I mean, I really got a fondness for my PS4 because my mom got it for me before it broke, but I really like this Switch. I think this Switch is just freaking awesome, man. Plus, I can, like, play it while my wife... If I want to be on the couch with my wife, I can actually play the Switch while my wife watches her, like, crazy true murder crime shows. I should try to buy some weapons here. It came out now, but for decades, never released. Yep. I have no idea what it's called, but it surely isn't Seiken Densetsu 3. It's probably like Legend of Mana 3 or something like that. Where's the weapon shop here? I know I saw it. Okay, oh no, I know, I've got a map up there. Just follow the sword. Adoy. Okay, do I have any... Do I have any money, though? That's the question. Evening, Duran. You made it out alive. Can I buy weapons? Guess not. It said get ready for your journey, but... I don't know if that means, like, to buy stuff or just, like, forge around this town here. One weird thing about live streaming is that, like, RPGs, like, playing RPGs, like, it used to be a very personal thing. Now it's, like, becoming more of a thing that you play in front of people, which is fine. It's just different. Like, I'm used to playing RPGs by myself, like, reading a good book. The other thing about, like, RPGs is, like, I've said this before, I have such a terrible sense of direction. I'm really annoyed that my freaking PS4 doesn't work and that I can't keep playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. Although I did get Final Fantasy VII Remastered on my Switch, which is very nice. Can I leave? Oh, can't go outside. Well, let's follow this star on the map. Yeah, looks like I'm right on top of it. This is my house. This is my bed here. People are sleeping right now. This is where the star was on the map, so... It's very homey. I have this huge debate with my wife, like, Yule logs on TV should just be the fire. It should not be the whole hearth. Because, like, you want the TV to be the hearth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That lousy, conniving Crimson Wizard is dead meat. I won't let him get away. Not again. And I won't come back till he's finished. I won't. Okay, so leave Valsina. Seems to be the next thing we're supposed to do here. Anything I can grab around my room here? I guess I got ready. Okay, do. I like they just have the stars you can follow along just to see where you're supposed to go. Nice for someone like me who doesn't have a good sense of direction. My Aunt Stella's giving me this nifty sword. She's good people. I wonder how long this game is. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. My wife's downstairs. Santino's not up, is he? Oh, okay. Now let's do it tomorrow. Wake me up. Alright. My wife was telling me I should take the trash out before I go to bed. But I'm probably not going to. So I have to get up early. Set my alarm. $30 hours long. That's not too bad. I mean, it's like it's about a solid week of gameplay. Like Xenogears is about like 70 hours. King looks like Hulk Hogan with a beard. Maybe we'll take the trash out tonight. I'm pretty wound up. Sort of how Dragon Quest XI's 2D mode takes less time than its 3D open world mode. I'll definitely play it in its 2D mode. I have Dragon Quest 11 on my Switch and on the PS4, but I got it on the Switch for the 2D mode. I like go out in the world map and save. You know, it would be an interesting game to play on the stream. Metal Gear Solid 2. Alright, so just head toward the star. Hey, that little peep thing would kill you and everyone you care about. He's coming at me. Yeah, this is just a nice, chill RPG to get into. Ooh, daytime. It's always weird to have an RPG where you can jump. That's another thing Xenogears had. It's just a shame that Xenogears didn't become, like, the next, like, big franchise, because when you watch Japanese commercials for Xenogears, they'd say, like, Final Fantasy, Seiken Densetsu, Soshite, Xenogears. Oh, these guys are sleeping. I don't want to bother them. I don't want to wake up these little guys. No, he's awake. He's going to have to fight. The Mana games definitely influenced the Dragon Ball RPGs on Game Boy Advance. Autosave. All right. That said it autosaved, so I'm hoping it autosaved. Should we play something else just to get an extra little bit of game in here? That Elemental Knight Online R is weird. I like it, but it's like a weird MMORPG that's converted from cell phones. What is this game? I remember I bought this game, Gaokao Love 100 Days. Bells and Whistles, Dragon Quest XI, Zombie Panic Wonderland. That Summer Sweetheart game is, I don't know. It looks good, but it's hard to play, man. It's like, and I don't like it. Like, it doesn't like use common sense. I think it's a little more this language of love game. Oh, you know what? Never mind. You know what we should play a little bit of? No, I said we'd play this. We should do a little bit on Final Fantasy VII. I like the music here. You can put the text in Dutch. Alright, so where we left off, I'm a 23-year-old in college. Lots of stuff's going on here. And I'm starting to worry about getting old, and, you know, I'm a 23-year-old in a class full of 18-year-olds. Closer to my teacher's age than my classmates. So this guy's definitely having some issues thinking about how old he is. Paradoxically, my days are less packed than they were when I lived out in the countryside. Other than cram school, my days are depressingly empty. Get up in the morning, brush my teeth, put on my clothes. I catch the train to cram school. And then I sit at my desk for hours reading textbooks and answering the teacher's questions. We have a lot of practice exam papers to work through, so there's always something to study for, though exams themselves are 8 months away. When I'm done with school, I take the train back home, and then while my time away until the night falls, there are too many hours in the evenings. I just don't know how to fill them. My classmates look like they lead fun, exciting lives. I bet that's why they failed their university entrance exams the first time around. They're too busy going to bars, karaoke parlors, or arcades. But nobody invites me to the bar, karaoke parlor, or arcade. I'm too old. Perhaps they could have had a painless time if I told a few white lies when Miss Sonozaki asked us to introduce ourselves the first day of school, but I didn't. For some ungodly reason, I was seized by said need to tell the truth, and I confessed my real age to my classmates. I wanted them to know right off the bat, my name is Tanimura Mitsuki. Yeah, like the actress, but it's not written the same way. I'm 23 years old. I might be a bit older than the rest of you, but I hope we can all get along in the future. As if. I think I made a few friends. I think I could have made a few friends if I kept my shameful secret under wraps. I mean, it's not like I look much older than anyone else, but it's too late now. The cat's out of the bag. My classmates don't want to associate with me. They don't even look at me. Is this all in this guy's head, or are these people really, like, that big of assholes? Like, I'm only 23, and I feel positively ancient, though I'm closer to 20 than 30, and the world should be my oyster. How can the world be my oyster, I ask, when I've never had an opportunity to cast out my net? Now I'm afraid I'll never get the chance. I'm only 23. Just 23. Already 23. Isn't that old enough already? But my protests are all in vain, and time continues to tick away. As I walk down the street, my hands firmly planted inside my pockets. Today was another day at cram school, and it was full of just as dull and uneventful as the last. I might be living in the heart of Japan now, and I feel lonelier than I did back in Aomori. At least back in the sticks, I had my parents and my grandmother and a few assorted aunt and uncles I could talk to. I had friends too until they flew the coop. Still, even after they cleared off, I wasn't entirely on my own. I knew everyone who stopped by my family's old-fashioned candy store. People used to talk to me as I counted out their change. People weren't above smiling and laughing and telling jokes in Aomori, even with a loser like me. It's different now. I knew the city would be different, of course, but I'd always imagined my naivete, but maybe you could call it optimism, that it would be different in a positive way. I never believed, not in my wildest dreams, that I'd feel so isolated while living on the fringe of the biggest city in the world. Yes, I did. But I didn't save, apparently. Life's full of surprises. They're not always pleasant surprises. Ha. Footsteps fall against the dull gray pavement with a series of dull gray thuds. Everything's dull and gray in a rundown part of Kawasaki I call home. The high-rise buildings which don't rise quite as high as those 20 minutes down the Tokaido line. The sidewalk which is fringed by the curb and lined with street lamps. Even the sky, which looks grim and dark and downcast, is utterly miserable. I wonder if it's going to rain. I sure hope not. I should hurry. I pass the gates of a small playground, driven by the single-minded desire to get inside before the heavens unleash their load on my unsuspecting head when... not here. It's not here either. Now, what could that be? Where is it? Where did it go? I can't see the speaker, but their voice sounds breathy and high-pitched. Their frantic words are choked with tears and obviously upset. If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say it belongs to a little kid. I mean, why else would they be in a playground? I wonder what happened. So, Arrow, you've played this, correct? But you played the PC version? I open the low metal gate, which parts with a creak, and glance around. The playground is fairly nondescript, much like everything around these parts. See a few swings and slides, but they're rusty with age, just like the gate. Very typical, standard